Hello les machines, aujourd'hui vidéo un peu spéciale, je suis avec un athlète que vous connaissez peut-être, Jakob, ou do you say Jakob?
Jakob.
Jakob. Okay. On va faire une vidéo réac de ces deux courses à Paris, donc durant les Olympiques, s'il fait maintenant plus d'1 an. Il avait couru le 1500 mètres et le 5000 mètres, pour ceux qui se souviennent, on a fait une vidéo sur le sujet. Et le but, c'est d'avoir la réaction de Jakob durant ces deux courses et aussi entre les deux courses. Je pense que ça va être vraiment intéressant et c'est surtout une opportunité assez exceptionnelle. Donc pour ça, je voudrais remercier COURS qui nous a permis d'avoir Jakob justement aujourd'hui. Là, on est à Paris, on est dans le magasin Iron, dans le nouveau studio aménagé. Donc voilà, c'est ça le concept, c'est parti.
Hello les amis, juste avant de passer à la vidéo, j'avais quelques trucs à vous dire. Comme l'intro était un peu rapide, je vous explique rapidement le concept. Dans cette vidéo, on va analyser avec Jakob la finale du 1500 mètres aux Jeux de Paris, où il termine 4e derrière Hawker, Kerr et Nougoussé. On avait aussi prévu d'analyser le 5000 mètres où il va gagner l'or justement, mais finalement par manque de temps, on l'aborde assez rapidement. On va surtout parler de la transition entre les deux courses et de la manière dont il a réussi à rebondir après cette déception aux 1500 mètres. C'est la toute première vidéo en anglais sur la chaîne, donc soyez indulgents s'il vous plaît. Interviewer Jakob, c'était déjà assez stressant et je suis encore très loin d'être bilingue, donc j'ai vraiment fait au mieux. On a également réalisé nous-mêmes les sous-titres en français pour que la vidéo soit le plus claire possible. Vous verrez aussi qu'au début de la vidéo, ni Jakob ni moi ne sommes particulièrement à l'aise. Avec le recul, je comprends que le concept de la vidéo était quand même assez osé, voire un peu confrontant pour Jakob, mais ne vous inquiétez pas, après quelques blagues, l'ambiance se détend rapidement. Bref, bonne vidéo.
The Norwegian in the final, was it the first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's been too many Norwegians in running finals.
Yeah, because you're kind of a small country.
Yeah.
But maybe 10 million?
5 million.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Very small.
Very small.
Very small, but very high quality.
I think so. Such good. Would you wear sunglasses on the final?
Depends if there's distractions. I used it in Eugene.
Yeah?
Because there's a midday race.
So it could help, actually.
Just the sun was very strong, so it was a little bit annoying. I was also paying attention to the wave lights in those races,
Okay, yeah.
And the reflection was very difficult to see. So I used it for the next day.
The defending champion, the quickest man in the world this year.
How did it feel at this moment? I think it was kind of loud in Paris.
Yes, of course. There's naturally more people, but I've raced a lot of races in similar atmospheres. But the finals in major championships always is bigger, and definitely a contrast from the last Olympics, because then there was.
Yeah.
I think you can tell from all the results from all events that everyone is, a little bit extra focused, and everyone has just a little bit extra energy.
Yeah.
And of course that comes from all the the atmosphere, the crowd, the noises and everything.
It's time for the men's 50.
So what mindset did you have coming into this final?
Same as always,
Winning?
trying to win.
Yeah.
And of course trying to maximize my chances of succeeding.
Yeah.
That was the main, approach.
Do you have a specific plan, like how you are gonna to approach the race, or you go by feel?
A little bit of both, not necessarily a race plan, but usually go by feel. And in this race, I knew that I was the strongest. So, of course, I tried maybe a little bit more to play my cards the best.
How do you know you are the strongest?
I've raced against, all of these people many times.
Yeah.
So the fastest runner is not always the best, and the best runner is not always the fastest.
Yeah.
So there are many different things that's playing a part in this. And of course, if you look at the history, it's extremely difficult to duplicate results in this specific event because it's so demanding of so many things. But physically, it's a different story. I had a pretty good preparations, I had a pretty good pre-season, and of course I believed in myself that I could do it.
I was curious also about your warm-up. What do you do before a final like this? If you want to keep it secret, that's fine. But as a marathon runner, we do almost nothing. We do 10 minutes jogging, very easy. But maybe before a 1500, it's not a good idea to do only 10 minutes, very easy. Maybe you have to do some faster things, or
Of course. So my warm-up is very similar. I do 15 minutes of jogging, and then I do some stretching and mobility.
Okay.
I do some shorter drills, and then I do some threshold strides from 1 to 2 minutes to really get, you know, heart rate going and kind of shock the system a little bit to get truly warm, and then finish off with a couple of strides.
Okay.
And then maybe a couple of strides inside the stadium with spikes, because then usually you've been sitting for maybe 20, 30 minutes. It depends a little bit on the race. And the worst was in World Championships in London. I think we had to meet maybe 40, 50 minutes before the start. Already warmed up.
Okay.
So it's a lot of waiting. But I don't think this was too bad.
Okay. And nutrition-wise, what's your plan? Do you eat something like a few hours before, or maybe some sugar, maybe 30 minutes before?
Last meal usually 3 hours before, and then probably only sports drink.
Sport drink.
Yeah. Most important is to not be hydrated, but at the same time not carry unnecessary weight.
Okay.
So you don't want to drink too much either.
Okay.
Fast. Is he going to have to set this pace to run the sting out of the finish of Josh Kerr?
So I think you started out pretty fast.
Yeah.
Did you feel very good at this point of the race? You feel like you have good legs, you have good energy?
Very, yes.
You feel confident at this point?
Extremely. So this is more or less the same that I did in Tokyo in 21. However, a lot more fit this time, unfortunately. It is a little bit different also because I come from a lot of mileage. So naturally it takes a while with specific work to reach my peak.
Yeah.
So that's also why I prioritize my training towards competitions, like championships.
Yeah.
But this was a little bit unique situation to be, because I felt very good. So that was why I opened up a little bit too fast. Because at this point you're trying to have a good start, but you're also running on a rhythm. And I have many, 1,000 meters in this pace. So you have, as a professional athlete and a professional runner, you have this certain rhythm. Same for you in a marathon. Like,
for sure.
you know, okay, with this rhythm, maybe 3:20. But you have this rhythm, maybe 3:10. I felt like this was okay, and hoping for around 56 for the opening lap.
Wow.
Just not stressing, trying to just run smooth. So first split, trying to hit 42-ish, already 1 second too fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 2 seconds too fast.
So if you continue at that pace, what would have been the final time?
No, isn't that 25 something?
Oh, so it was the world record pace.
It was, this is faster than the world record.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think 55 is 3:26.25.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is like maybe 25 and a half.
Okay. You know, I'm not even sure I can do one lap with you at this pace.
No, but this is if I did this in training, I would be very happy with the 400 repetitions.
So even for you, it's not that easy, right?
Because in training, I always try to hit my splits as my race pace.
Okay.
And this is faster than my race pace. Because when I run my races for fast time, I usually open up a little bit slower and then I run faster towards the end.
Okay.
So the average is, maybe a little bit slower than this, but the pace that I'm trying to relax is a lot slower than this.
Okay.
So at this point, I obviously looked at the clock and was a little bit frustrated with the mistake that I've just...
At this point, you
Yes,
already
very
realized
much.
that it's fast.
Very much.
But you can't do anything, right?
No,
Because
at this
people are
point,
just like,
because at this point, if you slow down too much, then it's worthless. So at this point, I just have to stabilize and find a place in between. I can't continue on this pace, that I knew.
Yeah.
But it's 2 seconds too fast, and for 400 meters, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So I realized that right now I'm in a very bad position to go all in from here.
Yeah.
But I just have to stay relatively relaxed pace, hopefully a little bit slower.
Let's watch the clock when they come round at 800 metres. How brave is Ingebrigtsen prepared to be? A 54-second first us that tells you he's up for the battle. 150.
This is definitely slow down.
Okay.
So almost 2 seconds
Yeah.
with this lap. But still, because of the hard opening, the 800 split is very fast. So if I had 2 laps like this from the start, then it'll be okay. But you're bringing so much and you're spending so much energy on the first one that this second one doesn't mean too much.
51.3. This is really,
Here,
really quick.
in this situation, I am in a unique position because
is
Coleman realized this is very, very fast
This is really,
for him.
really quick.
So here, I make a decisive move.
You do a move. It's not the guy that's slow.
No, he's also slowing. But at this point, I have a gap. You know, I get some inspiration back that I can actually win again.
Okay.
Because I have definitely ruined my race until here.
Oh, really?
Yes. So my chances of success until this point is very small in my mind.
How do you know?
Here it's a big screen in this corner.
Okay.
So I realized that they are making a gap. And what I didn't realize was how willing Timothy was, how willing he was to ruin his race.
Oh, really?
Because that's what he's doing here.
Because of the other Kenyan to
No, because of the gap and the pace.
Okay.
So in his mind, he's running to win here. But he should not, because he had a little bit worse of a season in 2024 than he had before. So he was not a gold medal necessarily. Maybe, of course, a good chance of a medal.
Yeah.
But now he's making a decision to close the gap and go up to my back, which is ultimately helping the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I saw that the gap opened up, so I decided to keep my foot on the gas a little bit more.
Okay.
So that was in my mind the only chance is that I can keep this gap, because then, you know, the others don't have
The
a
drafting.
full draft.
Yeah. The drafting at this pace is like considerable, I think.
It's
Like
very
25
good.
kilometers.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's
now
almost
this is
like
26. over
26. Yeah, it's a lot.
So he's making a big move here,
Yeah.
because this is still a big gap
Yeah.
in the 1500 meter, and he's you know, pulling everyone with him, because he is also creating gaps from first to second, second, third,
Yeah.
third to fourth. So here the pace is very good.
He's working. We've been looking forward to this for the entire year.
I'm so curious because I don't run track. When it's final lap, do you think about something or you're just in the flow because you're so tired? I don't know. How does it feel?
No, you definitely think about a lot of things. Yes.
And what do you think about at this
Because at this point your mind is not tired, but your body is tired. Of course, this feeling is very familiar for me. When the bell rings, I know what my body and my legs are supposed to say. And here I'm a little bit too much fatigued. Maybe not already, but in 10 seconds I'm a little bit too much fatigued.
300 meters to go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh Kerr in third.
The pace
Yeah.
increased on this lap compared to previous one.
And at this point, what are you looking to? The big screen to see if the rivals come from behind?
Yeah. But here I'm just waiting
Yeah.
for someone to come. I'm not slowing down necessarily, but you feel that you're slowing down because at this point you're expecting, you know, a pickup in pace.
And you have led like the whole race also.
Yes.
So yeah.
Here's the Brit into second place.
But there's another push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Champion to go.
Do you think Josh Kerr attacks too early? Because you really feel he's pushing hard, but there is like still 200 to go.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, if he was looking back at it, yes, it would be probably be smarter to wait
To wait
a little bit.
Yeah.
But in his position, would you do the same at this point? Like,
I would never be in this position.
That was the right answer.
But this is a dangerous position to be in for him
Why?
because you're running so far.
At this point, are you still like,
Oh, here I'm finished.
you still expect gold or something at this point or not?
Not gold.
Oh, really?
I expected a medal at this
Medal.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But here I don't have anything. Here I'm just holding on.
Okay.
I don't have anything
Yeah.
more.
Josh Kerr believes he's going to win, but he's getting pushed every step of the way. And it's Hunter. America won.
I know it must be a bit painful to watch
Very,
this again.
yeah, I mean-
I'm sorry.
No, but it's a big part of it.
Is there anything you would have done differently if you had to race it again?
If I had run the first lap 2 seconds slower, I think I had a very good chance of winning. Very good chance.
I mean, on the paper, you were like the strongest.
It doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't win. If I had done something different, I think I definitely had a better chance of success than what I did. So considering everything, this was probably the worst outcome.
You would have preferred to be bronze or fourth?
Of course, you would prefer a medal.
A medal?
But it would be the same.
Yeah, okay.
In like,
It was gold or nothing.
yeah.
Basically.
The silver and bronze is maybe more for yourself, but the gold is for everyone.
Do you think like on 4-minute races, the drafting effect is huge? I think those guys, they like didn't use the same amount of energy to keep
No,
the
of course
pace than
not.
you.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
I don't think that's, you know, down to an opinion. I think there's a lot of science behind,
Yeah,
you know,
because there is one scientific paper published this year
Yeah.
analyzing the drafting effect of those guys behind you, and the paper found that you would have won if you were like
Yeah,
in the same
of course,
position
yeah.
as those guys.
yeah, it's very interesting. But it's still, that's the way it is. But looking at my own performance, there's a lot to be proud of in terms of physical capabilities.
Yeah,
So if I can recreate this shape,
yeah,
I'm in an extremely good position to break the world record with a pacer. This is better than the world record.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
100%. Because this is soloing 3:28, which was my personal best for a long time with Jerry as my pacemaker. So it's easy for me to stay motivated and inspired by this, considering the bad performance compared to my competitors. However, the physical part of it, it's there and it's inspiring that potentially able to recreate something like this in different circumstances.
How do you feel at this moment? Because I can't imagine like the amount of emotion that goes inside. And at the same time, you can't really listen to your emotion. There is a big stadium and all those guys, so it must be very hard.
No, here I'm just focusing on myself.
Do you think about like the next race at this moment? Like I can take my revenge or stuff like that?
No,
Or-
no.
Okay, it's
Here I'm
too-
just. I found it incredible to be so good and also not win. The disappointment was in what I was able to create without any results.
Okay.
Because this takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, and there's definitely a big team in my back to be able to create something like this with training, with treatment, with planning, with everything, and scheduling to make it happen for this specific date, this specific time, this specific race. Because I'm not an idiot. I understand what this means in terms of result if I had a pacer. Then you can easily take off 3 seconds, at least. That is quite astonishing to be so good and failing so bad.
Yeah, because we're talking about month and month consistent training to get to this shape, years actually, because you...
Just shy of 24 years.
Yeah. What is in your mind between the two races? Because I think you also very good on the 5,000, maybe even better, but you have a very strong finish for a 5K runner.
Probably better, yeah.
What do you think about the 5,000? Do you think you still have your chance? It doesn't break your confidence you have on yourself?
This is not a confidence issue.
Okay, yeah. This is a strategy issue.
Yeah. It's just an honest mistake of opening a little bit too fast. If you open a little bit too fast, you're gonna experience, the consequence at some point.
Is this the reason why on the 5K you start out very slowly?
No, it's just with a lot of experience and a lot of 5K championship races. I know that there's some people that's gonna try to run fast the first 2-3 kilometers, and then they're gonna feel tired, and then I can go.
So it's just the way you run 5K versus...
Yes, it's just my way of letting these people do their thing, and then I can wait for me to take over. I also know my shape, so for the next day I know that there's a very little chance of me not succeeding if I do, stay out of trouble and do everything like I want.
And maybe we just look at the end, because I think it's nice to see the result of the 5K.
But also, just to mention, in between this, I am very disappointed until this point from the last race.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not doing like this and going to the next race. Of course, I'm a human being. I have, goals and things that I'm working towards.
How many days was it?
The heats, and then the final was
4
2
days.
or 3 days after that. Yeah.
So in terms of training between the two races, nothing besides the hip. You don't do any training besides
Just easy,
sit.
like warm up.
Double or just one per day?
No, 2 per.
Oh, for sure. So this is the final 200, I would say.
Yeah. Here I know that I'm running at a pace that very few people in this field can also stay at. This is 1500 meter pace. Many of these people are doubling 10K and 5K. So they have a completely different mechanical functionality. So when they are opening up their stride, some of them are running more on frequency, but they are also running very fast at this point.
But it's really impressive, like the last 100 meters, it's crazy. Do you have the dark energy of the 1500 at this point? How does it work?
No, this is just strength.
Okay.
Coming from, years and years of training. I'm a little bit lucky when it comes to scenarios like this, because it's very honest. This is always the best runner that's winning. So for me, it wouldn't necessarily matter, the time, because I would still do the same things and have the same approach, a mental approach to this race.
Would you have done something different, or it was kind of the ideal race?
Depends what you want. I've not won this in the past, so of course I'm not gonna take high risk and take that many chances. But it was a good race.
Okay. Final question: how does it taste? Like the gold after the 1500? You still thinking to the 1500? Like how does it feel?
No, definitely feels very good, but
Yeah.
of course still thinking about the 1500 meter. So it's very mixed, but winning an Olympic gold medal in anything is a big accomplishment, and it's something that I've dreamt of, my whole life, and that was the goal for this season. But at the same time, this is not my main event. If you do a certain thing and you fail at the thing that you're doing, but you're succeeding at something that you're not working for, it's gonna always feel secondary.
Okay.
So I'm not disrespecting the 5,000 meter event, but it's not the thing that I'm, focusing on.
Yeah. Would have preferred like winning the gold in your main event.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Of course, this is not my main event. It's incredible to be able to achieve it nonetheless.
Thank you a lot, Jakob, and thank you for watching this. I know it must be painful. Even for me, it's painful because I'm a big fan.
No,
I wanted you to win. And it was painful for me, but I can't imagine for you actually.
No, but I stand behind my choices, and I'm honest with the mistakes I made. But that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah. Merci à tout le monde d'avoir regardé la vidéo, j'espère qu'elle vous a plu. Je remercie encore Jakob d'avoir accepté de regarder cette course qui ne doit pas être facile à revoir. Je remercie aussi COURS pour m'avoir permis d'avoir Jakob. La nouvelle PS4. Can you show you? Oh, you have the band?
Yes.
I didn't have one.
I'm prepared for training.
Do you have one for
Always.
me? Or? So, merci à tout le monde. On se voit bientôt dans une prochaine vidéo. Ciao.